Good morning, folks. It's Richard Jean, the fishing machine. I got out here a little bit late this morning. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning now. My intentions was to get here at daylight, but a couple of little things happened this morning. I had to take care of it. Y'all know how it is, unexpected little things, nothing bad. But right now I'm on the Tennessee River. We're going to be fishing with finesse baits today, and the surface temperature is 75 degrees on top. And I'm going to show you just a handful of baits that I like to use on river systems. Now here's just a few baits that I like. This is an old bait right here. This is a 4-inch mini lizard made by Zoom Bait Company. I'm going to fish with that today probably. And here's a good one right here too. This is a Zoom Salty Reaper. Green pumpkin blue, which is my favorite color. I just seen a bass hit against the bank right then. I sure did. What about that? We may try to catch him. Excuse me, folks. I get excited out here fishing. This is a Strike King tube. It's 2.5 inches long. Green pumpkin. Love that color right there. Mimics a crawfish. Mimics a lot of different things. And of course, and I'm about out of them, I need to restock. This is the Z-Man 10 by Tough. Elastec. Hey, y'all know what I'm saying. I like to use these on the Ned Rig jig head. It's designed for this particular crawfish. Real tiny. 2.5, 2.5 inches long, tiny baits. We're using little baits today. Here is an old one, but I tell you, I have caught a ton of fish on this. It's a 4-inch meathead, green pumpkin, but I have a lot of different colors of these. Very effective bait. And also, I've got some of these right here. I've never tried them. This is, well, I've used a lot of Yum products, but this is a 2.5 inch Yum Ned Crawl, and it's designed to be used with a Ned jig, which we have a lot of those. Just a small little natural looking crawfish. And there's other baits that I have, but the first thing we're going to have to do is start fishing them and see what we can catch. Which bait's going to be the most effective. Stay with me. Look here. Let's see what we got here. That was that fish thumped it. That's just a small largemouth right there. But that fish messed up right there, and he hit right there against the bank, folks. And there might be another one or two right there. We got a little point jutting out right here with some rocks. Little largemouth. Nothing impressive, but he's a bite. And I started off with the first rod that I could grab, and it always works. It's a bait that I've caught a lot of fish on through the years, and that's a 4-inch Zoom mini lizard. And as far as what I'm going to be using, about all these rods that I have, and I have a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5. It's done rigged up, and they're rigged up with different baits. I usually don't do that, but I hadn't been here in a while. But what I have right here is a 1/16 of an ounce bullet weight right here. Made by Bullet Weight. It's a red one. With a 1/0 Gamakatsu hook. Real small. 4-inch Zoom lizard. This is 8-pound trilene fluorocarbon. And I have about a 12-foot leader right now. That's probably a 10-foot leader. They're tied with a double uni knot, which is my favorite, and I'm fishing it on 8-pound test Power Pro braid. So that's the deal right there. I got to get back up here. Well, they're not really pulling a lot of water, but there's a lot of current that's hitting this bank right here in front of us. It's not real swift. And there's a little rock point right here. Great ambush point. I'm stuttering. But out on it, there's a little tree laying out on it. About right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. So I'm fishing right in behind the tree on the down current side. That's the ambush point right there. There's one. This is a pretty good fish here. Ain't bad at all. For light tackle. Feels like a largemouth. Now I'm not fishing current right now this morning. I'm fishing up in the slack stuff. There we go. Pretty good large jaw right there. I changed my plans when I was doing the intro showing y'all the baits that I like in these river systems. I've seen a fish or two pop shad. So I just grabbed the first rod that I could and I started fishing with this lizard right here. We got a few largemouth right here in this slack water. That's a pretty good fish right there for light tackle. I'm not out to catch Moby today, but you can with these little baits. I've caught a lot of Mobies through the years with these little baits right here. And that's a good bass right there. Love it. These river fish, they really fight. They fight harder than the ones in the lake. Let's let him go. Healthy little fish there. Okay. I'm just going to throw this lizard around this morning a little bit more. On this shallow stuff. Now, I'm right here where that fish bit. He picked it up about right here. And then he headed deeper, in deeper water. And this is 2 feet of water. 2 feet. These little baits right here, especially in river systems, I'm not really telling anybody anything right here because I know there's a lot of folks that watches this channel that fishes exclusively river systems. I'm aware of that. Little baits will get the job done. You can catch big fish on little baits. And you're probably wondering why that little red bullet weight. Well, it just seems like smallmouth like red. I've had a lot of success dyeing a tail of a bait, of about any bait, a little bit of red on it, or a red bullet weight. I don't always do that, but I've caught a lot of jaws like that, small jaws. It's just a little confidence booster. If something gives you confidence, then do it. I'm just working this bait slow. That's all I'm doing. I don't want to pull it over a fish. And that's a common mistake, in my opinion, by making a cast like that. And I still see a lot of that today. Alright, it's on the bottom. You'll see folks do this. Okay, I'm pulling it 4 or 5 feet right there. You'll catch fish like that. But now, river systems, I think it's important to make little bitty movements. Because a lot of times when you're pulling like that, big long sweeps, you're going to pull it away from a fish. Wouldn't it be a shame to have about a 3.5, 4 pound or a bigger small jaw sitting there and that bait just goes over the top of his head? If he's active and he sees it, he'll grab it. But if he's not, that presentation right there can mess you up on catching a good fish, a real good fish. There we go. This is a good one right here, folks. I got a good hook set on him. Yeah, it's a good one. Back reel. This is probably a smallmouth right here. He come out of there like a smallmouth, but he ain't jumped. But a lot of times they'll stay down like this. But I think we got a catfish. Oh me, I'm smallmouth crazy today. God, catfish come out of there. He come off of that bank just like a smallmouth would. And I was waiting for him to come out of that water and jump about 4 feet. But he didn't do it. Doggone, another catfish. What about that? Come here, boy. Dad, blame you. Come on. Oh. Doggone, that's 2 of them channels I've caught like that. I just know that was about a 4-pound small jaw or better. I've never seen one come off a catfish move that quick out like that. My goodness. Got him whisker hooked right here. Well, I'm catching everything. This is the reality of fishing. This is a multi-species deal right here, folks. Let's let him go. Going back. Folks, I've thrown everything in the world at them. And this is the best bait. This is what they're reacting to the most. Right here, it's a Zoom lizard. Got a little kink in it. It ain't real straight. Let's straighten that out. So what I've been doing is this, and I've tried chartreuse and orange, but the red, just like that's what's catching the fish. I don't know why. A lot of things, you know, we can't explain, but I know it's working. We know that. There's one. Oh my. What do we got right here now? He ain't very big, but I tell you what, he is a fattin'. Largemouth. That fish is doing some fatting. That's one thing about river fish versus lake fish. There's no comparison. That's a pretty fish right here. Let's flip him in the boat right here. Oh my goodness. That's not a big fish by no means. But I want you to look what a fat, healthy fish that is. That's just about as healthy of a fish as you can get for his size. Let's let him go. That is a chunk. Oh me. When I set the hook into him, it was just like setting it into a rock with this light tackle. And that's what makes it fun, folks, to me. Let's let him go there. Hey! My. Ooh. The birds. They... You want to eat something good, get you a pig snout, boil it, put it on a plate, and make you up some grease gravy and pour on it. That and a big old glass of buttermilk. You talking about some good eating, man. That's how you supposed to eat right there. That's good for you. There he is. Oh, me. There we go. Little better fish. Just a little bit better. See what he is. They're eating that lizard up. All species today. Man, he's pulling. Gotta be a spot. Yep. Good spotted bass. Yeah, old boy, you got that in your face, ain't you? You look funny. Man, that fish pulled, folks. Pretty good fish, too. For today, it is. Look at there. That is a beautiful fish. I get a lot of questions about spotted bass. Well, how you tell the difference between the spotted bass and a largemouth. See, a spotted bass, if you'll reach right here on his tongue, right here, you'll feel a row of teeth. It's back in there almost at his throat. Well, a largemouth and smallmouth don't have that. That's a good river spot. Clouds catch him. Well, today, folks, I threw a lot of different baits, and I'm kid you not, a 4-inch Zoom lizard with a red tail got the job done. You know, if fish are real finicky or just plumb ain't biting at all, this is a great technique, and it's a lot of fun. Now today I didn't catch any big fish. I fished in some good areas too. They were just a bunch of little ones. But you never know what to hit this lizard. I want to thank y'all very much for all the great comments, everything y'all do. And yeah, here comes the car, but I got to do what I got to do. Because, whoa, dog, whoa. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good for you.